Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, dogs, and cats, and I think we can all agree that America kind of won the whole, like, king of the world game at this point. So I was wondering, and I saw a really good comment on one of my posts, that you guys want to see in a battle the United States versus everyone else, kind of just for the entire world. And that sounds like a really fun battle to do. So we are here, we are doing the United States versus the entire world for the whole world. Now, America is, of course, at war with every country. They do retain their territories, and they retain a small territory in Germany because they have a tank station there. Also, we've gone ahead and put the nationalists in power, so we have Richard Spencer actually leading this war. As you can see here as well in this list, they're at war with quite a lot of countries. It took a long time for me to do this. So, can the whole world, stop America? We're doing 2016 Millennium Dawn. I didn't change anything about the world except for the fact that I had to delete NATO because the United States was the leader of NATO. So we're kind of seeing the CSTO become the new leaders of, I guess, well, they've always kind of been anti-American policy here. So we'll probably be seeing a lot more countries joining the CSTO in order to defend themselves all together from America. The first country to actually join it outside of Europe was actually Peru. So Peru is in the CSTO. But anyways, boys, the United States versus the rest of the world. Here we go. Hold on, people are calling people into wars. Russia is calling a lot of countries in because I think everyone's joining the CSTO. Finally, I can get through these couple of notifications here. Here we go. So this is now what the CSTO looks like. As you can see, it completely surrounds Peninsula Shield Force. It encompasses the entirety of Africa. Europe is still refusing to join it for the most part. Alright, so after about 10 minutes of the game freaking out, the clock is now running. Well, it's trying to. It pauses here and there when stuff happens. But wow, doing that was very hard on the game. I don't see how this seemed harder on the game than running all states independent for some reason. But yeah, we have, other than the CSTO, we have two European factions. We have the European Entente and the French Union, which have both kind of split Europe in half. But that doesn't really matter. All that really matters is America. So starting off in this war, the US has to face off against Canada and the front in Mexico in the very beginning. And Mexico is actually pushing in because they're actually in the European Entente, which is Britain's faction. And so is a lot of South America, so they're allowed to just walk right through, except for Honduras and Guatemala, also Costa Rica, siding with the CSTO. But I think that once America actually capitulates Canada, a lot of those troops are going to go south, and the story between Mexico and the US is going to change. So far, it is solely Mexican units, not very many allies here. Oh, Mexico changed to the French Union instead. And there goes Canada, they've actually capitulated. That is going to free up a massive American force to head down south and actually defeat the Mexicans. At this point, we have a total comeback from America. They've completely pushed Mexico out, except for in San Diego, and tons of Mexican units have been killed off. The French haven't really been able to reinforce Mexico due to the high amount of American naval units that are protecting the Atlantic right now. But that's a different story down here in Guatemala and Honduras. These two guys are on the CSTO, and Russia and Japan have armored this place up like crazy. Actually, there's a lot of Indian units here too. The Russians have also landed in Costa Rica and are protecting this area. They're essentially preparing for what they know is going to happen. Mexico is going to capitulate. The French are going to lose an ally. Actually, there's been a naval invasion by Japan into Alabama. Oh no, sorry, that's Florida. There may be a few of those that we might notice start happening because I know the world wants to invade them. Actually, look, here's one right here. China has invaded Alaska, and Japan took this island from America as well. Oh, this world is actually quite a lot like the Fallout universe now that I think about it. The US annexed Canada and Mexico in the years following up to the Great Nuclear Holocaust, and China did in fact invade Alaska. Looks like Denmark also switched over to the French Union. Also, the Japanese have completely taken almost every American island in the Pacific. Their allies have also taken some islands as well. Russia took these guys here. Japan took Iwo Jima, Midway, all these guys, and they're actually going all the way to Hawaii. And they've taken every island in Hawaii except for the largest one. But I think for this one, guys, we're just going to have to step back and let the game run for a while, and I'll come back and I'll make a couple updates. Hopefully we can get this video to be long enough to be like a full-size video. So it's only been about a year. It's now May 2017, and there was a naval invasion into Louisiana by either the Chinese or the Japanese. And it looks like the entirety of America is now falling. America was able to capitulate Mexico, Canada, and pushed down into Guatemala quite a bit, but it looks like the CSTO just had way more divisions than the US could handle. And even though the US's divisions were actually better than all the divisions attacking them, there was just too many and they all got surrounded, and now the US's army is about half of what it was. Now the interesting thing about this game is actually the peace deal that's going to happen afterwards. Because there's like 3 different factions all fighting America at the same time, we're going to see a very strange America after the peace deal. Although the CSTO is the only one that actually controls land in America. America is 73 or 76% towards capitulation. And let's check the casualties. So for the French Union, they've lost 244,000. For the European Entente, they've only lost 19,000. The Peninsula Shield Force has lost nobody. And the CSTO has lost 643,000. Whereas America in total has lost 700,000. Now America miraculously still control Washington DC. I'm not sure how. But that is 40 victory points. And America is 76% towards capitulation. So once America loses a couple more cities and Washington DC, it's probably all over. Actually, yeah, America's about to lose Washington DC right now. And they've lost it. The American capital is gone. San Antonio might also cause a capitulation, actually, as well as also quite a few of these cities in Texas could cause a capitulation, like losing Dallas or Fort Worth. That's 50 points right there. Yeah, America is now 91% towards capitulation, and they've lost another 62,000 men. So it's slowly snowballing from here. And I also guess that means if America were to declare war on every country in the world, we actually would lose. We wouldn't just be able to take over the whole world. And that's probably relieving to some of you out there. And here's the peace conference. Alright, here is our new peace deal. Japan took 1 state. I'm sure that's probably an island in the Pacific. Marcus Island. Cuba took 1 state. Is that Puerto Rico? Pacific States of America was puppeted. California was puppeted. Confederate Socialist States was puppeted. And New England was puppeted. I want to see what the states that India and France are that they took. Oh, I see India took some states in the Pacific as well. And so did France. But let's see who puppeted these regions. I think, yeah, wow. So Pacific States of America is a Japanese puppet led by Donald Trump. California is also a Japanese puppet led by Arnold Schwarzenegger. And holy shit, the Confederate States of America is a communist puppet led by Felix Butler. Wow. And New England is an Indian puppet led by conservative Chris Sununu. I've never heard of him. I bet Japan feels pretty good now that they own both of the Apprentice hosts. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. I expected a little bit of a different outcome, but this was still really fun to watch. If you want to see any other videos like this, make sure to tell me in the comments. Also, we're very close to hitting 20k, so make sure to hit subscribe right now to help us hit that goal. And yeah, thanks again for watching. If you like this, make sure to leave a like, favorite, and subscribe if you guys are new. And I will see you guys all next time. Peace.